Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King.
Good evening, and thank you for welcoming me into your home, your place of business, or wherever you may be at this time. I am Minister E.M. Kennedy, and I'm coming to you today concerning awareness and being awake. I'm still going to go on the subject of reality because it's just troubling me concerning reality. Reality shows have put us in a terrible place with our youth and even with our seniors. It's putting us in a place that we don't know our identities. Having our own identity is very important, and if you don't know your identity, then you won't know which way to go because you don't know yourself, and you need to know yourself in these terrible times that we're going through. What I mean is picking up other people's identities. We already have identity theft that's going around everywhere. They're still in our birth certificates. They're still in our social security cards. They're still in our names from hospitals, from the computers, and our identities is steady getting hacked, and nobody know who are the hackers. It's going to be to the point that they're going to have to scan you to find out, to prove who you really are. Because you done picked up so many other people's reality and identity, you don't even know who you are. You need to learn who you are. First of all, we're on Facebook all day long. I actually watched and witnessed two young men with their heads down for at least 20 minutes into Facebook. That's the only entertainment they have is the Facebook, and also not only the Facebook, the reality shows. Think about the strategy when he came up with having cell phones. Brilliant strategy. Strategy to the point that you're holding on to your phones like it's a part of your body or organ. You're sleeping next to your phone. You're doing a lot of lying and deceiving on your phone. And you're doing everything that we went through 350 years of depression, of slavery. You're doing everything again for the master and don't even realize it. Because he got you so bogged down in your Facebook that you're even posting about you washing your hair. Some of you are on Facebook prostituting. Some of you are on Facebook shaking your behind. You're doing disgusting things on Facebook, and then you wonder why you can't get a job. Do you know that a lot of employers now are checking your Facebook status? Are you serious? Then they got to the point you're smoking McDonald's French fries. Come on now. You're smoking McDonald's French fries. At first they told you guys that marijuana was so terrible. It would cause dementia and it would cause a whole lot of disturbance in your mind. And then they turned around and legalized marijuana. You don't know where that marijuana came from. You don't even know where it was grown from. You don't know nothing about the marijuana. All you know is that you can get to stand in line, the line wrapped around the corner, because they legalized marijuana. They're letting you get marijuana. Why they letting you get marijuana? I guess they're called themselves knocking down the dope dealers. But the dope dealers, they're knocking them down, but they still not knocking the head person down. Pretty soon, all of this legal marijuana that they're allowing you to smoke and treating you like test dummies. That's what you are. You're being a guinea pig for them, a experiment for them. They're going to get to the point they're going to tell you it's going to be a problem with the marijuana. It's going to cause dementia, and they're study building prisons to put more and more of you in, because the prisons is a $1 billion industry, and then you don't even know your identity because you're stuck on Facebook, you're stuck on marijuana, you're stuck on trying to be Atlanta Housewives. You're stuck on trying to be everything that you watch on TV. Who told you that you wasn't beautiful because you don't have the long hair and a weave? So you run to the beauty supply. Who told you that you had to change your nose? You didn't like your nose or your lips. Who told you that? Who taught you that? I don't understand, you guys. What are you doing to yourself? Do you know you're playing right into the hands of not being aware and awake of the problems that's going on? They're turning around now looking for a boat that's been gone for years now? Do you know where that money could be gone to right now? That money can go for help to feed the poor, to shelter the homeless. That money can go to so many other places. But they get you so pacified. It's like putting a pacifier in a child's mouth until they get 8 and 9 years old. You know their teeth is going to be rotten and it's going to mess up their gums. And you're being pacified and you don't even know it. You're sitting up there telling other people about every star that you know. You know more about these stars than you know yourself. You know what house they got, how many bedrooms they got, what kind of clothes they got. You know more of what kind of cars they got, who they're married to. You know more about the stars than you know about yourself. You don't know those people. You don't live with those people. That's an image, because we like entertainment. We love to be entertained. We just can't do anything unless we're entertained. So we sit on Facebook all day long and show the dinner that we ate. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, follow me on Twitter. Who are you? Really? Seriously, follow me on Twitter? You washed your hair last night. Oh, my mom made me mad. And you're fussing on, and you're just sitting up there playing the pacified game. They got you so unfocused. So when the people come over here on the boat, and they all pile up in a 1-bedroom apartment and get their education and get their cars and everything, don't get mad at them. It's not their fault that you right here and you don't have sense enough to keep yourself focused and awake. You better ask God to cover you. I don't know why you're not hearing or feeling the atmosphere, but this atmosphere, something is going down and something is seriously going wrong. And you don't have sense enough to know it because your head is down. If you put your head down that far into that Facebook all day long, you could be saying a prayer. And intercessors, where are you? Where are you, prayer warriors? Where are you? Come on, ministers. Where are you, woman of God or man of God? Who am I talking to? Is somebody out there? Get back to your calling. Don't run from your calling or don't want to do it no more because you don't have a Bentley like somebody else do. You so worried about, I wish I can get their anointing. Oh, I wish I could be in the royal family. Oh, they the only ones can get to God. Do you know you can get to God just as much as they can get to God? You know you're not exempt from getting to God. Get on your knees and pray to God the same way they pray to God. Because one thing about it, it is another side. Now, whether you know it or not, or you realize it or not, if you're selling yourself just for money, all the money and all the fame and all the riches and all the clothes, you still have to answer to the other side. So whatever you do it for the right reason. Do it for the calling. And if you got 2 or 3 members in your church, so what? Don't be depressed and don't give up. Because they said if the first will be last and the last will be first. But I'm telling you, young people, you better realize that you're being tested, you're being pacified, and you're not learning nothing concerning knowing yourself and your identity. And women and men, Please help your children. Teach them how to pray. Help them each and every day. Get their minds off of the television. Don't let them be pacified along with you. Because they're going to turn around, like I said, and they're going to put a device in you, which they might already got a device in us. And then they're going to have to scan us, and we're going to have to prove who we really are. But if you stuck on being on somebody else's identity, then you won't be able to prove who you are no way. Because you think you're somebody else. You're nobody but yourself. That's all you are. And as far as I'm concerned, we want to be in a royal family. We're all from a royal family. We're all from a royal priesthood. We're all from God. But it's something in the atmosphere, the storm. It's so many people so concerned. They're not concerned. They're having fun off of other people's storms. And their storm is just as hard. As a matter of fact, they might have a hole in their umbrella and don't even realize it. So while you worrying and you're sitting up there laughing and trying to compete against somebody else's storm, you better check your storm out. You better ask God to take the chains off of you, because you're just like no more than the master did long time ago, chain us up and pull us and choke us. We're like an internal rotter. We're like, we're choking. We're chained up by the neck and the arms. Ask God to take the chain off of you. Ask God to shake the chain off of you. You can't do this no more. Intercessors and prayer warriors, come on out there. Women of God, men of God, come on out there and go back to your calling. Don't get discouraged. We need so much prayer each and every day. We had mudslides. We had an airplane that disappeared. Are you not paying attention to what's going on? First, they started off with the Sega Genesis. Then they started off with the Nintendo. Now they got the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. They got everything to keep you pacified, to knock you off of paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention to. You're turning around. You're like Mr. Magoo. You're walking around and everything is falling everywhere but loose. But you don't know what's going on around because you're Mr. Magoo. You're too blind. You don't want to wake up. Ask God to wake you up from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Ask God to shake you and wake you and be alert and be aware of the problems that's going on today. Don't be anybody's guinea pig. Don't be anybody's test tube. And then they put people on medication and then they recalling the medication. The medication is doing this to you and it's doing that to you. And if this happened to you, then you can get a cash settlement. And then 5 minutes later, they're advertising some more medicine that's supposed to be better than the medicine they gave you. But have you read the side effects? Have you read the side effects? No, you haven't read the side effects of what's going on. You don't know. They took the poor soldiers and sprayed things on the soldiers, and they come over here and they had babies, and then the babies came out all messed up. You don't even know what's going on because you're too busy being entertained and pacified. Now I'll tell you, if you go a day, just a day, with everybody cutting the television off, maybe we can get together and get some health insurance going on. Is it fair for people to walk around until they pass out to realize that they need some insurance because after they had a heart attack? If God would come down, if God would just blow and heal every diabetes and every cancer and all the AIDS and just every disease out there, then what is the hospital going to do then? You're not understanding that you're being tested and you're being pacified. No, you're not a slave anymore. But you're still a slave in your mind because you're not thinking, you're not alert, you're not being aware of what's going on. And young women, you're going around piercing your daughter's ears and putting 2 or 3 holes in their ears come on now. Really? What are you thinking about? Are you just thinking about everything you see on TV? Everything on TV is not what it seems to be. You don't know fiction from nonfiction. You have to learn how to identify different problems and be aware of the middle class to upper class, because labels don't mean everything. And you don't have to run to the beauty supply and get weed to feel like you're somebody. You don't have to limit yourself and be unlimited because you don't think you can do anything. You can do things, because if you have a piece of metal and it's put in a fire, and the more the fire burns, the better the light gets. Remember that. And you got to remember, the wickedness is the mother of hate. And if we become the evildoers, then we're just as wicked as the rest of them. And then God said, how can you love me who you never seen, but you hate your brother and you see every day? Better be aware. You better wake up. You better get it together. Give me a call and we'll talk about it. Let's find a solution. Let's find some jobs. Let's find something to help the youth. Give me a call at any time. I am once again Minister EMK. You can reach me at telephone number 330-759-1162. And remember, smile when you're depressed. No matter what people say, you are free from hurt and harm. God will take you in his loving arm. Always rejoice.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring.